What is up, guys? JayFerGaming here and welcome back to my F1XL highlights. We've just finished the Christmas break, so I hope you guys had a good Christmas and New Year, and now we're looking for some hard, clean racing on the track. And here we are for the Italian Grand Prix. This is race 9 of the season, and if you haven't seen the other highlights of this season, you've missed out. It's been a very enjoyable season so far. A few glitches and things related to the game, but most of the time it's been pretty good. So last two races I've won them both and taken the lead in the championship, so I'm expecting big things here. This is a decent race for me. But yeah, this happened in qualifying. I thought this was hilarious. The biggest corner cut you will ever see. He went on to improve his time and only took second because of that. I don't know whether to laugh or cry, but I'm not even sure if he got a warning. He didn't get a penalty for that, so great game code, Masters. So yeah, here's the grid for the Italian Grand Prix. Fireman took pole position with a fantastic lap. RB2 took second with his fantastic lap as well. The two Williams have had a decent session. I was up in 5th. I'll say up in 5th. I'm a little bit disappointed with that. My teammate just beat me, but 4th and 5th pretty solid for the team. Looking at the strategy, it says 2-stop. I thought this was a 1-stop race actually, but I might be thinking back to 2014. So I'll attempt a 1-stop, but we'll see what the tyre wear's like. So building up to the start of the race, 5 lights and the Italian Grand Prix and F1XL is off. We get an alright getaway, nothing spectacular. I think everyone's pretty much in line here. Pred's on my inside. He'll be looking to dive up the inside of me. So we're braking for turn 1. Frozen's touched his teammate. We've touched him. There's contact behind. And we just keep the car under control. We've lost the position to Pred, but nothing major there. So we've recovered from that bit of a squeaky moment. I hit Frozen and kind of just stopped in the chicane. But we're in 6th. Going up to Rich Mix, trying to make something happen. The top 6 are very close. We haven't seen this for a while because there's been a few first corner incidents in the past few races. But we'll see how things go, and yeah, it's getting very, very close ahead. So anything could happen, really, and it really does. Frozen goes into water. Water spins mid-air. Lucky he ghosted, otherwise Dark Pred's head would have been taken off. But we're looking for a move up the inside. It's a risky into Ascari. He's ahead, so I think better of it. There's no point risking it on the first lap. I've got a think ahead on me. There's 27 laps to go, so. And this is one of the easiest tracks to overtake. So making a move like that is just unnecessary. But Swain's on the attack. Where the hell's he come from? He's outbraking me, trying to go around the outside in Parabolica. And he's actually got a pretty good run. I think he's got the slipstream off Pred. So we need to try and get back in that slipstream. But he's fighting here in his new Sauber car. He's been going around all the teams trying to drive their cars, but he's going for a move up the inside. We're trying to outbrake him, giving him enough room on the inside, defending into the second part of the chicane, and we're still in 4th place. And on to the next lap. The two McLarens have swapped positions. They had a bit of a battle, and then Dark Pred came on top. With RB2 here, we're trying to get in the slipstream. He is lagging slightly. He's moving around the track. We're looking for a move. A little bit too risky going for that there. So we're trying to go for a bit of a switchback. He's gone in too deep. There's someone in the wall. That's Mikey. Vidal's come from absolutely nowhere. And there's no doubt, I knew at this point, illegal overtake because he was under the yellow flag. He's held up RB2. And yeah, I've taken both positions back up to 3rd. Need to try and get away from RB2 as he will get DRS here. But yeah, I maintain 3rd. So Vidal took the position on the yellow flag. I think he instantly slowed down and blocked Chris there. RB2 even. Sorry, I'm getting people's actual names in there. But Vidal's going for a move here. Up the inside into Ascari. I brake early again because side by side into Ascari. I've experienced it enough. I've experienced league racing quite a lot now. And yeah, I'm not going to be doing any stupid moves because actually I've been disqualified twice in F1XL and it was my 2 first races at Monza, so I just want to finish this race. And Feynman, who was leading the race, has crashed, I think, into the barriers and lost his front wing. He took pole, he was dominating this race and he's just lost it. It's a shame for him, but it gives us a position, so we're back up into 3rd. And yeah, that's probably game over for him in terms of the win. So at this point, it's looking like a bit of a 4-horse race between Dark Predator in first, Vidal, myself, and possibly Swain, who's been disappointing this season. And this is King Mike. What is this? Flying Ferraris at Monza. Wow, they're pulling out the stops this year. But yeah, his lag was horrific. I always see, like most races, he is lagging all over the shop. And you just see him at random points on the track. But Pred and Vidal both going to the pits. I was still thinking of a one-stop at this moment. But after this lap, that was never going to happen. This wasn't the greatest of laps. So at the end of this lap, I did come in for another set of the option tyres. But Swain's got the undercut. Got himself into second place. So he could be a real threat for the victory here. He hasn't really done too much this season. But yeah, looks like he's on top form in Monza. Let's hope we get a decent stop onto the next set of options. 2.3, pretty decent. And where are we going to come out compared to everyone else? Swain's? I think that's Swain and Vidal side by side. Pred's just behind them, but I've got a lap fresher tyres than Vidal and a couple fresher than Swain. I'm not sure what... It came to my attention that Pred was on the prime tyres and I couldn't believe it. His pace on them prime tyres was really good. He was getting DRS off Swain ahead of him. So I just couldn't get the overtake done. So this time I just went for it. Had to get it done. I was losing a bit of time. And considering he was on the prime, so he could be a real threat in the final stint. We go for switchback, trying to get better traction, which we should on these option tyres. Trying to go around the outside. Can we get this done? We'll have the inside line for the chicane, but I think we're already ahead. Yes, we are, so we cover him off. And we take third position off Pred. And we go slightly too deep. We had to slightly cut the corner there. I took too much speed. We're squeezing him to the inside. He's trying to go for a move into Lesmo 1. Give him enough room and he's made contact with us. Looking at it after the race, it looks like he may have understeered into the side of me. I think I did give him enough room there just to slow down here. There's, I'd say, more than enough room there. And yeah, there was kind of a side pod glitch, he said, so no problems there. But in terms of the race, that's actually helped me out quite a bit, because if that didn't happen to Pred, he would have been a real threat in the final stint on his option tyres. So he's dropped back by about 5-6 seconds to me, but I'm on the back of Swain now, who doesn't have DRS now. So I thought, yeah, let's go for a move like I did before. Up the inside, can we get it done? We're giving him enough room. Trying to out-traction him here. We're stuck on the curb a little bit. Touch in the grass, which doesn't help at all. So in terms of straight line speed, I think we've got decent straight line speed because we're just ahead of Swain. We're going to switch to the inside and defend this position. And can we get this move done? Yes, we've pretty much done it there. And now up into second place, clipping the gravel there slightly. But Swain's, I think he lost a bit of momentum in that chicane. So second place, trying to close down Vidal. He's our biggest rival in the championship this season. Sigma, actually, I forgot to say, has got a 2-race ban. So in terms of the title, that's amazing. But it's a shame in terms of the racing. But yeah, Vidal goes into the pits for his final pit stop onto the primes. We're going to leave it for another lap once again. I think the overcut could work here, because I'll be on option tyres, which I don't feel the worst, but the prime tyres are pretty slow, especially on the first couple of laps, so I'm thinking get the overcut and hopefully jump Vidal. It's a bit optimistic, but we'll see how it pans out. So final stop of the race. Is it a good one? 2.4, a little slower than the first one, but it's pretty good. Where's Vidal? There he is, he's coming down the start-finish terrain, and we are not far behind him at all. Obviously, we'll have to get the tyres up to temperature, so we'll lose a bit more time yet, and then primes aren't feeling too great. So we're down to third. Someone hasn't pitted in the lead. That was actually Pred. So Pred at this point is on the option tyres. The gap to him is crucial. It's pretty much 5 seconds. So at this point I was trying to get into the DRS zone of Vidal. That was the plan. But I was actually thinking, I don't want to lose time battling Vidal, otherwise Pred's going to win this race. So I thought close into the back of Vidal, stick in the DRS zone until the final lap. Maybe it's not the best in terms of racing, but yeah, I want to win. That's my main concern. And as you can see, I've closed in and not using DRS. I'm saving it for the final lap. Because if I overtake Vidal, where is he going to re-overtake me? Maybe in the second DRS zone, but it's the trickier of the DRS zone. So we're trying to stay as close as possible, not lose any time to Pred. But now we're on the penultimate lap. And this is the time to overtake. Pred's not really a threat unless we make contact or lose a mass amount of time. We get a better run out of Parabolica. using the slipstream rich mix. We're going to get DRS as well, and we've pretty much already taken the lead. Here we go, the tactics have come to fruition. And it looks like Vidal's tyres are slightly older than mine, which they are, and he's struggling a little bit more. So we've got the move done up into the lead. Be interesting to see if Vidal can come back on this final lap. And at this point, we've got a slight lead. Our fuel, we're on the edge with fuel. Where is Vidal? Looking in the mirrors. It looks like we should be okay. We just need to do Parabolica properly. And at this point, I thought I'd broken too late, but no, it's not too bad. Coming out the final corner. We've got enough of a lead. We're coming home, and it's going to be 3 wins in a row, and the championship lead extends. Get the hell in there. So happy with that performance. What a win. Oh, brilliant. That was a pretty decent race as well with Vidal. Proud of that. 3 wins in a row. Considering I hadn't won for 42 races before the first win, I'm ecstatic, I'm going to admit it. So that has been the Italian Grand Prix. We'll look at the final result. My teammate finished 4th as well, so that's 2 1-4s in a row for us. Ward has really picked it up. Look at them penalties. Well done, guys. So if you enjoyed that race, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more F1XL highlights, and I'll catch you in the next race. Goodbye.